The story starts in the city of Chundum. Back in 1911, the country was in complete chaos because of the revolution. Things were unstable. The situation was dangerous. And because of that, the government decided to reopen the Arsenal Military Academy. And this is where our heroine's story begins. Her name is Chia Chong. Chia makes a huge decision. She cuts her hair, dresses like a boy, and decides to enter the military academy pretending to be male. Of course, her friend tries to stop her and tells her, "Are you sure about this? This is the military, not a game." When Chia arrives at the academy, the doctor asks her to undress for a medical examination. Obviously, she can't do that because her secret will be exposed immediately. She refuses, but the doctor just assumes she's a boy and tells her, "Hurry up, son, don't waste my time." And just like that, she gets accepted. When she goes back to her friend, she proudly tells her that she made it into the academy. Don't even ask me how. I honestly have no clue myself. To celebrate, her friend takes her to a nightclub and tells her she's going to introduce her to her famous singer friend. While Chia is there, she goes to the bathroom and completely forgets that she's still dressed as a boy. By coincidence, the famous singer walks in. She doesn't know Chia at all and thinks she's a young man. She jokingly tells her, "You like me, right? Come on, admit it. I'm used to this." Chia snaps back at her and says, "Are you stupid? Do I even know you?" The singer then gets angry and says, "And why are you in the women's bathroom, you pervert?" That's when Chia suddenly realizes her mistake. She panics and runs out of the bathroom as fast as she can. Later, the singer goes on stage and starts singing. Her voice is absolutely beautiful. But then a drunk, arrogant young man shows up. He mocks her fame and tells her he doesn't understand how she became so popular. He approaches her, clearly drunk, and says she's just a pretty face and suggests they drink together. She refuses. So he grabs her and tries to force her to go with him. When security tries to interfere, someone warns him to stop, because this guy is the son of the Deputy Minister of the Interior and the grandson of the head of the Education Department. Everyone freezes. No one dares to step in. But Chia doesn't hesitate. She steps forward and tries to stop him. The police arrived and caught the guy, and the singer told him that Chia was her partner too, so they took her along with him. Because of that, both of them get beaten badly by the police. When the Deputy Minister of the Interior finds out what happened to his son, he completely loses it. At the police station, the officer realizes he hit the Deputy Minister's son. He's terrified, standing there like a statue, apologizing over and over until father finally arrives and takes his son away. Back at home, the father is furious with his son for constantly causing scandals. But Ko, his son, responds coldly, like he doesn't care about anything at all. So his father decides it's time to discipline him properly. He enrolls him in the Arsenal Military Academy, believing that if he wasn't raised properly before, the academy will do it. Meanwhile, in front of the academy, Chia meets her first real friend there, Huang, a poor villager who happens to be extremely skilled with weapons. He knows exactly how to use them. Suddenly, a rich, arrogant student starts bullying Huang. He mocks him for being poor, laughs at him, and even orders him to kneel down and apologize. Chia immediately steps in. She humiliates the bully in front of everyone and completely crushes his pride. The bully loses his temper and swings, but instead of hitting Huang, he hits another student, Tian Chong, the brother of the most powerful businessman in the country. Tian Chong doesn't hold back. He beats the bully right there in front of everyone until the academy leader arrives. The leader is strict, cold, and terrifying. He punishes everyone involved and orders all the students to carry their bags and run 50 laps around the academy yard. While he's giving orders, Ko shows up late, drunk and disrespectful. The leader punishes him severely, humiliating him in front of everyone, and makes it clear that inside this academy, no one's status matters. Everyone is equal. Chia struggles badly during the run. 50 laps are exhausting for her, but Huang stays by her side, encouraging her until she finishes. After that, Chia goes to her room, only to realize she's sharing it with company. As soon as he walks in, he notices her bag open and finds a woman's shirt inside. And just as Chia steps out of the bathroom, she freezes. The leader starts inspecting the students' bags, and suddenly, he pulls out a woman's shirt from Chia's bag. He looks at her and asks, "Is this yours?" Before she can even react, Ko steps in and casually says that the shirt belongs to him, explaining that it's a gift from his girlfriend. Just like that, he saves her, and the situation passes without further trouble. Back in the room, Chia thanks him for covering for her, but he brushes it off and tells her there's no need to thank him between friends. Chia looks at him, surprised, and asks when he suddenly became so kind and gentle. She doesn't even finish her sentence before Ko interrupts her and tells her, "Since we're friends now, you've got work to do. You'll wash my clothes, make me tea, polish my shoes, and wash my socks too." And Chia can't believe it. She really thought he had a nice side. The next morning, Chia wakes up to the sound of the bell, gets dressed, and heads to breakfast. Meanwhile, Ko is still sleeping deeply, like he's at home and not in a military academy. During breakfast, the pig boy tries to cause trouble again, but Chia tells Wang to ignore him and avoid problems. While eating, they notice Tian Chong and his friend Ting Shan, who are calmly having breakfast and don't pay any attention to them. After breakfast, all the students line up, and the leader gives them a harsh speech. He tells them that the whole country is depending on them, that war is approaching day by day, and that their families will be in danger. That's why he promises to be extremely strict during training, warning them that they will wish for death instead of the suffering. Right in the middle of his speech, the guards bring in Ko and announce that they found him sleeping. The leader orders them to take him to the bathroom as punishment. Ko, not knowing what the bathroom punishment really means, looks almost happy. Then the real training begins. Chia is clearly weak and struggles badly. The commander forces the students to carry a heavy tree on their shoulders and run with it. Chia can't keep up like the others, so Huang tries to encourage her and help her, but the commander shouts at him, warning that if he helps her again, he will die first on the battlefield. Anyone who fails is thrown into a freezing, filthy mud bath, which is one of the worst punishments there. Chia remembers her brother, how he once saved her, and decides to keep going without anyone's help. She pushes herself to continue running. Eventually, all the students return to the academy, and the commander tells them to go eat lunch. But Chia still hasn't arrived. That night, Huang is extremely worried about her. Late at night, Chia finally shows up, completely exhausted. She collapses on the floor next to Ko, who has just been released from the bath punishment. Both of them end up laughing uncontrollably at how miserable they look. After that, they return to their room and prepare to sleep. The next morning, Chia finds Ko still asleep. She pours water on him to wake him up, but he suddenly grabs her, and the two start fighting like little kids. During training, Chia does her best, but Ko's only goal is to annoy her. The leader notices this and punishes both of them. As usual, Ko doesn't really take the punishment seriously and keeps teasing Chia, thinking she's a boy. Oddly enough, this is when their relationship starts to improve. The next morning, Ko wakes up early just to mess with her again. He's honestly very childish. After that, the students are given a break. Chia leaves the academy and, without thinking, hugs her friend in front of everyone. She completely forgets that she's still disguised as a boy. Since her home is too far away, she decides to stay with her friend. Her friend asks how she's supposed to take her home when she looks like a boy. So Chia changes into women's clothes and finally returns to her normal appearance. They go home together, and later her friend takes her out, telling her she wants to introduce her to the famous singer. They plan to meet at a restaurant. When the singer looks closely at Chia's face, she feels like she has seen her somewhere before. Her face looks familiar, but she can't remember where from. Then the singer's lover arrives, with his brother, and the shock is that his brother is Tian Chong, Chia's friend from the academy. Panicking, Chia makes an excuse and says she needs to go to the bathroom. When her friend follows her, Chia tells her everything. Her friend urges her to leave immediately before anyone notices her and promises to tell them that Chia got sick and had to go home. On her way out, Ko passes by in his car. She's lucky, but he doesn't recognize her at all. Her friend laughs and tells her, "You're so lucky. All the handsome guys at the academy are your friends." The next day at the academy, Ko sneaks a drink into his room, but the vice captain catches him red-handed. He immediately assumes Chia helped him, so he punishes them both the usual way, cleaning the bathrooms. Ko ends up falling asleep and leaves Chia to clean alone, but our heroine lies down next to him and says casually, "I'm not cleaning either. If we go together." The moment he remembers the torture of bathroom duty, he panics and says, "Nope, I'd rather clean than go in there." So he grabs the hose and completely floods the bathroom, turning the place upside down. Later, Chia goes back to the restaurant, only to find all the food is gone. Starving, she returns to her room, where she meets Tian Shan, who secretly brings her food from his own room and gives it to her. The next day is combat training, and Chia shocks everyone by showing real talent. When she beats the pig boy, he loses it. He ignores her, then suddenly hits her on the shoulder with his stick. Ko steps in immediately and beats him down until he falls flat on his face. After that, Ko takes Chia to the clinic. The doctor asks her to take off her clothes for an exam, but she panics. She's a girl, so she runs away. Ko follows her with the medicine and walks straight into the bathroom. Chia yells, "Don't you know how to knock?" Ko freezes, looks at her, and suddenly asks, "Are you a girl?" She's shocked and stays silent, but he laughs and says, "No girl could have such a skinny body." She gets angry, but at the same time, she's relieved. Her secret is still safe. That night, she dreams about her brother who died in the war. She wakes up terrified, hugs his old jacket, and goes outside. She keeps thinking about what her friend once told her. One day, your identity will be exposed. Suddenly, she hears music. She follows the sound and finds Tian Shan. They talk until he says a sentence that completely shocks her. The exact same words her late brother used to say. The next day comes shooting training. Huang ranks first, thanks to his experience with weapons. Later, Xia goes to meet her friend at the academy. A male student misunderstands the situation, thinks their lovers gets jealous, and storms off. Her friend gets angry and says, "Great, now he's gone. You ruined everything." Then she drops a bombshell. "My father is coming tomorrow." Xia freezes. No one in her family knows she joined the army. She immediately asks for leave. She meets her father, who tells her to attend the Shang family party, celebrating the opening of their cotton factory. She agrees. At the party, the famous singer, Bai Shan's lover and Tian Shan's brother's girlfriend, arrives. Other girls try to bully her out of jealousy, but she shuts them down. When Xia enters with her father, she's shocked to see Bai Xiang and realizes his brother Tianshan is here too. Of course, they're the hosts. She panics and smears cake all over her face just to hide her identity. But unlucky as always, Tianshan personally walks to the bathroom and waits for her outside. Meanwhile, Soto, a cruel businessman who hates the Shang family, arrives. He provokes Bai Xiang until he's furious. Still hiding, Chia asks a woman to tell a man outside that he doesn't need to wait, but Tianshan refuses to leave. Soto goes home filled with rage and decides to take revenge on Bai Xiang. Since Bai Xiang is powerful, Soto targets his weakness, the famous singer. At the party, Bai Xiang dances with his father's friend's daughter. The singer sees them, gets jealous, and pulls Ko onto the dance floor instead. Chia finally leaves the bathroom and runs away before Tianshan sees her. But Ko notices her. Suspicious, Ko asks his father's assistant to investigate Miss Yaz's background. He can't stop thinking about her strange behavior and all the signs that she might be a girl. The next day, Ko deliberately bumps into Chia and says teasingly, "You're small, but you got pretty big chest muscles." Huang is there and stupidly tries to touch her chest to check. Ko stops him instantly. Then the students head out for field training, a survival hunt where they hunt each other. Chia and Huang team up and defeat several students. Suddenly, Soto's men show up in the same area, trying to kill the singer. Gunshots ring out. Tianshan realizes immediately these aren't training shots. They're real. The students split up to investigate. Chia ends up alone. The pig boy sneaks up from behind, pushes her into a hole, and she faints without seeing his face. Huang meets Tianshan and the others. When Ko learns Chia is missing, he rushes to find her. Night falls. Chia wakes up injured. Tianshan finds her and helps her out. Meanwhile, Ko finds a famous singer hiding. She panics and hits him on the head. He collapses. With no choice, she carries him on her back. At the same time, Tianshan carries the injured Chia. Everyone is in danger, and that's where Part 1 ends. What will happen to our students? How will they survive the gang's attack? You'll find out in Part 2. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.